A youth flag football club in Henderson, Nevada started in 2016. Today, one of its coaches and one of its players will be here to chat with us. Now, one of the coaches wears USA football colors on a national team staff with gold medals to prove it. And one of the girls who came up in that program just made the 2026 US women's national team. I am so thrilled to have these people here today. I want to introduce you to them and let them tell you their story and how you get to see one of coach's teams at Dojo 32. So without further ado, let's go ahead and welcome my good friends. Hey people, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to have you. How are you, coach?
Doing great this Monday morning. I'm excited to
All
be
right.
here.
How's that weather out in Vegas, in Nevada treating you?
Today is gorgeous. It's cloudy. It's only 90 degrees. It's a great day.
I hope the weather is as kind to us during Dojo 32. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed on that one. Yeah,
So it don't get hot. Yeah.
man. So let me get the math right really quick. A youth club founded in Henderson in 2016 now has two coaches on the USA football national team. Am I right about that?
Yep, two coaches on the U.S. national team and three athletes.
Three athletes. Okay, well I'm all ears. How'd you pull that off?
Um, we are blessed to have great athletes here in Vegas that we were able to, accomplish this. Really, when it comes to the coaching side, I applied and got, was fortunate enough to get the job. The athletes, really, as coaches, we can't take any credit. It's the amount of work they put in on their own why they've reached their goal of making the national team.
Okay. So you've won gold with the 15U and the 17U boys too, correct?
Yeah, so I've won gold with 15U boys, 17U boys, and the men's national team, all three.
I don't know. I'm kind of a coaching advocate, and as much credit as you want to give to the players, I have to say it takes an incredible coach to be able to accomplish these types of things. So why don't you tell me what makes you different in the program that you run?
Um, what makes me different? I'm sure Brooklyn has a lot of funny stories. Um, what I can honestly say that when I walk on that field, I give the athletes everything I have every single time. And I think once the athletes realize that, they do the same in return. And I think that's how we're really successful. A lot of coaches are really good with X's and O's and play designing or defenses, but I think what makes me different is the relationship I build with athletes and the fact that um, they're always gonna run through a wall for me, and they know I'll do the same.
What do you say, Brooke? What makes him different?
Um, I think he said it really well. Uh, Compared to like other coaches that I've had in the past, it's more of like a personal bond, like a genuine family, almost as if like he's a second father to me. I always know that outside of football, he has my back. He's going to be there whenever I need anything, and he's there for me with football and anything life related. So, um, yes, he's a great coach, but he's also just like a really great person and a great like role model and friend as well.
Brooke, you came up through this Apex program, and in August you were put on Team USA. You put on the Team USA jersey. I want you to walk me through the moment you found out you made the roster. Like, what did that call sound like? What did you who did you call first? Tell me about that moment.
So that moment was something that I waited like 2 years for. I prepared 2 years nonstop for it. I didn't get the answer I wanted last year, which is fine because, got the answer I wanted this year in all due time. Um, and I didn't call anyone first, but the first people I told were my parents. And I ran downstairs and I told them. I was so excited. They were so excited for me because they know how hard I work and the things that I sacrifice to be in the position I am today and how much it means to me. If I had to say the first person I did call regarding making the team, it was Coach Todd.
And I want to know what that was like for you to hear about it, Rudy.
Oh, I was fired up. As soon as I found out, I started calling her, and as soon as she picked up the phone, she was on the phone with Todd. As soon as she picked up the phone, I think me and her shared a special moment. I think I might have been a little bit more emotional than her, because I know how much she sacrificed and how bad she wanted this. But yeah, I was actually yelling around the house a couple explicits about how proud I was.
That's incredible. Listen, I want you to talk to me about what putting this team together looked like. Tell the people what this moment in history and girls flag football is like for you as a man dealing with women's sports.
Yeah, so I love women's sports. I've been an advocate for it. I started coaching girls flag football, started the first team back in '08. But right now with this USA, what's incredible is I know how hard Brooklyn and all the other athletes worked. There was over 1,200 athletes that applied to even go to tryouts. And then for tryouts, they took the top 60 around the country. And then from there, they cut it down to 12. And it's more what athletes like Brooklyn do when they're not at practice. Really, they work as hard as professional athletes while having jobs, while going to school. So it's amazing. And the fact that, look, I'm a dad, right? And the fact that I have a daughter, and me and my daughter watch football on Sundays, and she understands what's going on in the game, to me is incredible. Just how far the women's game has gone. It's great. And I actually, I coach the men's national team, but as a fan, I actually enjoy watching the women's game more.
Okay, why? I gotta ask.
It's more fundamentally sound. Um, it's just a lot of fun to watch.
I'm not gonna argue with you. I just I love to hear it. I love to hear it. So,
Yeah.
Brooke, Team USA. I'm so pumped for you. Like I am super pumped for you. And I want to know, what is your expectation? Because this is only your junior year. Some people don't even accomplish things like this until their senior year, or they're, in college, moving on to the next steps. But you are still in high school. Like,
No, I'm in
what?
college.
Oh, college. I'm sorry. What is next for you?
What's next for me, perfect world in my mind, it's to win gold and to make the team again next year, win gold again, and then to make the Olympic team in 2028. That's the next things for me in a perfect world.
What do you think you brought this year, though, that you didn't bring before? Because I heard the disappointment in your voice when you said you were expecting or wanted that call and it didn't come. So I want you to tell me, what more were you able to get out of yourself that allowed for you to get that phone call that maybe now you can look and say was missing before?
hmm I think it was just like being more adverse in like the things I can do and offer, and also just like having like a dog mentality and like showing my presence on the field and showing that like my energy's there, the plays that I make are there, I'm explosive, I'm here to play, and that like I'm gonna try to make a play out of anything. So I think just the energy I brought this year, and then also being older this year as well, and being more experienced helped a lot as well.
What do you think she brought, Coach? Like, what did you see in her as a coach that maybe wasn't there last year?
I think confidence. I think
Okay.
confidence. I think
Talk to
last
that.
year, she was going up against the best women in the world, and she was young. And even though she was talented enough, she didn't feel that way, like confident wise. And this year, all the work she's put in, she was just so confident. And Brooklyn's the type of athlete that she wins every rep. Everything she does is with a purpose. And that's what it was. Just, that effort she gives and that confidence really, really put her over the top.
I loved it. I love to hear that, especially for younger athletes that have goals and aspirations and maybe they didn't make that team or they didn't get that phone call, that when you dig a little deeper, you find something that you didn't even recognize before was missing, you know? Brooke, you played at St. Mary, and you're heading to Nevada State, if I'm not wrong. And the NCAA just made women's flag an emerging sport with 100 plus colleges offering it now. When you started, none of this existed. What would you tell a little girl in Vegas who's watching you right now?
I would tell her, know what you want, know what you're working towards, and to invest in yourself. But also be careful as to where you decide to invest in yourself at, because your foundation is everything. And what you take in and what you learn from is everything as well. So, coaching really matters. Coaching really matters. Environment really matters. A standard that is held at your score, wherever you decide to go, matters.
Yeah, sometimes, and either one of you can answer this. Sometimes I think athletes don't always know what they're working for. Like, they don't know exactly. They know they're working hard, they want greatness, they want to accomplish big things, and they don't always know what that is. How did you identify, and coach, how do you help athletes identify what the big goals are?
So for me, I always take some time to ask them their goals outside of football, right? I ask them, what their goals are in life, and then the football follows, right? If you don't, you got to have goals on and off the field to be, I feel really to be successful, especially in college. Yeah, that's what I look for. And then I always tell them, look for a coach that's not only gonna teach you the game of football, but is going to also understand that football, especially college football, is just 4 years. How is that coach, how is he or she going to help you in life after those 4 years are over for the next 20 years?
Yeah, yeah. And Brooke, again, all the big goal wasn't even an option when you started. So how do you identify what your big goal is? And then the next goal, how do you identify that?
So when I started playing, there actually just wasn't a goal because that wasn't my main sport. Honestly, it just was within me and like the competitiveness within me to be the best at everything I do. Because I don't like to lose. So, I guess at the time, I mean, USA was the biggest goal you could have. Being on the national team, that was the goal, that was the standard. So that's what, when I was coming up in the sport, everybody strived and worked towards, because that was our big thing. And now, like I said, the LA Olympics in 2028 is coming up, so that's the next goal. But I guess to answer your question as to like how to know what your goal is, I guess it's just to know, where do you want to end up in life? What is your passion? What do you enjoy doing, and why do you enjoy doing it? And could you see yourself going further in the sport that you love?
I can definitely appreciate that. Now, the both of you, I want you to give me one word. What does Apex actually stand for? What does it stand for?
Family.
Uh, to me, uh, it just to me it stands for on top.
Mm. Talk about it.
Um, when you think of like an apex predator, it's somebody that, or an animal that's on top of the food chain, and something that preys on everything underneath it. So, with that being said, I think it really represented our team and what we brought, because everywhere we went, people were either dreading to play us, didn't want to play us, or we blew them out, or it was a dogfight and we still came out on top.
You, you have a pretty competitive nature, but it's so you're so docile and like nice and calm, and you're like the predator. Yes, I'm coming for you. What? Where does that even come from?
I think it's my father, but
Listen, don't shy away from it. Obviously, it's working for you. You know what I'm saying? But people don't expect that. So then that's definitely a predator because it feels like you just sneak up on your prey. Like, am I wrong?
I mean, you're not wrong. So, what you got to do to be successful.
Hey, do what you got to do. So listen, Dojo 32 is bringing 6 countries to Las Vegas. Okay, this is going to be streamed worldwide. So especially you, coach, when people watch this Apex program, what is the story you want them telling about these Vegas kids? You know what I'm saying? About these kids in Nevada. Before anybody else tells them, what do you want them to leave with knowing about the Apex program and the kids that you have in it?
Fight, determination, right? Every time we walk on the field, we're going to give 100% effort. And the way we play our game, the score doesn't determine our effort, right? Whether we're winning by a lot, whether we're losing, we don't lose by a lot very often. It doesn't change. It does not change our effort, our determination, and the fact that, like Brooklyn said, we're apex predators. We're coming for the kill.
I heard that. Love this. Okay, so let the people know how they can, continue to follow your journey, how they can, continue to watch you, Brooke, because I see big things coming. I'm here in LA, so I hope that I get a chance to meet you around the Olympics times. Super excited about that. But let them know how they can get in touch, stay in touch, and follow your journey.
I'm really active on socials, like my Instagram. So, I post a lot there when it comes to football, just in general. So anything regarding Instagram, I'm there. You can contact me there and see my progression through there, especially going into Germany. So yeah.
Coach?
Yeah, same thing. Uh, Social media, and yeah, you can follow us. All our games, Brooklyn's games and the men's games, will be televised on IFAF TV in Germany, and at that time we'll be watching, the best adult flag football teams in the world.
Love this. So listen, what we learned today is talent is everywhere, but systems are not. It feels like Apex built an amazing system in Vegas, and now it's running things. Like, I don't know. I'm a little afraid of what y'all bringing to Dojo 32, so I'm excited to see, how it stacks up. 3 straight runner-up finishes, but it's going to be a good time. You guys are built for it. If this moved you at all, I want you to subscribe to the channel. Get on Control the Narrative on Substack. I'm going to make sure I get their socials so that you guys can continue to follow their story. I want you to follow them. Brooklyn Hill. Listen. I'm a fan, and Team USA. Okay, this August is going to be a big, big moment for her. So follow, cheer along, and make sure you guys are tuning in to Dojo 32. Other than that, I think, Vegas is going to be it. It's going to be a good time. But Brooke, you have some new fans. We are fans. We are here to support you. And thank you for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.